Hi guys, in this video we are going to continue with the anatomy of plant tissues. Here we are going to start with dicot roots. Now let us see what are dicot roots. Now in case of dicot roots, you have the outermost layer of cells which is known as epiblema. Okay, so this is your epiblema. Now some cells of epiblema protrude and form your root hair. Okay, so epiblema basically forms what? Your root hair which absorb water. Okay, so now here you can see this epiblema is protruded to form a single cell, okay, unicellular root hair. Again here also unicellular root hair is formed. This cell of epiblema extends to form what? Root hair. So these are root hair which are nothing but the protruded epiblema. Okay, now below this layer of epiblema lies several layers of parenchymatous cells with intercellular spaces. Okay, so you can see here there are parenchymatous cells, okay, with intercellular spaces. Okay, so this is known as cortex. Okay, so these are cortical cells, those are the part of cortex which are nothing but parenchyma cells with intercellular spaces. Now after this, inner to cortex is endodermis. Okay, so you can see here the layers of endodermis. Okay, now this endodermis consists of what? It consists of the cells which have wax like, or you can say suberized cells, okay, which in the form of Casparian strips. Okay, so now what is suberin? Suberin is a substance which forms the layer in the endodermis, okay, and it does not allow the entry of certain substances, okay, of all the, because basically suberin is the layer formed, okay, and it basically stops the entry of everything. Okay, so these cells become impermeable. Now then, from where are the substances absorbed from the root and root hair going to enter and reach xylem and phloem? Through passage cells. So endodermis has something called as passage cell, okay, which helps in entry of certain all the substances absorbed by root. Okay, then next after this you have the inner layer of thick walled layer of parenchyma. This is parenchyma only but thick walled. This is known as your pericycle. This is what? Pericycle. Okay, so you have pericycle, okay, which is the single layer of what? Thick walled parenchymatous cells. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now next after pericycle, see, pericycle is protecting something. It is protecting the most important part of root, that is xylem and phloem. So here you have xylem, okay, you have 4 bundles of xylem here. So if this is your pericycle, okay, if this is your pericycle, the central part of this root is what? Pith. It is what? Pith, and the pith is small here as compared to monocot root. In case of dicot root, the pith is not that large. Okay, so pith is just what? Pith is the central part made up of parenchyma cells. Okay, so this is small in this case. So first bundle of xylem, then you have phloem. So this is xylem, you have phloem, then again you have second bundle of xylem, okay, then again you have phloem, then you have third bundle of xylem, then again you have phloem, okay, fourth bundle of xylem, and you have phloem. So there are 4 bundles of xylem and phloem, okay, present alternatively here, and there is conjunctive tissue with joints. This is parenchymatous tissue which joins xylem and phloem. Okay, so in this way you have this is your vascular bundle, that is consisting of xylem and phloem. Okay, now you have protoxylem and you have metaxylem. Okay, so in xylem you have 2 parts, that is protoxylem and metaxylem. So now I hope this is clear. I'll revise once again. You have the outermost layer of the roots. You have to imagine the roots of dicot. Now dicot plant may you can consider a tulsi plant, you can consider a rose plant. Okay, you can consider these plants and you can imagine the dicot plant. Okay, the root of it. Now move to the imagination of root, the outermost layer of root. Okay, that is what your now on root you might have seen on the tip of the root there are minute hairs known as root hair. Okay, so these are nothing but the protruded epiblema. Then next after epiblema is the several layers of parenchyma, that is cortex. Then you have endodermis. Okay, endodermis is the layer of cells which have suberized cells and have passage cells. Then next after that you have thick walled parenchyma cells, that is pericycle. Okay, and in center you have pith, which is again parenchymatous cells with intercellular spaces. Okay, then you have in between pericycle and pith, okay, you have your vascular bundles, that is what xylem and phloem. 4 bundles of xylem and 4 bundles of phloem. We are talking about young root. Later on in this root cambium develops. Okay, in later stages cambium develops in root and it helps in what? Secondary growth. Okay, so formation of secondary xylem and secondary phloem. Okay, so cambium develops later on. I hope these things are clear. Okay, so you have epiblema with root hair, cortex that is made up of parenchyma, endodermis, then you have pericycle, you have xylem and phloem, then you have conjunctive tissue, then in the center you have pith, okay, which is smaller as compared to monocot roots, and in dicot roots you have 4 bundles of xylem and 4 bundles of phloem, and cambium develops later on. I hope all these points are clear. Okay, I'll for next video, that is monocot root, do like, share and subscribe to my channel and keep watching. Thank you.